Please stand if you are able to, face the flag. Gentlemen, remove your caps and join the class of 2024 in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the faculty, the staff, and the administration, I truly want to welcome you to the 2024 New Holstein High School commencement exercises. It has been our pleasure this year to host 3 foreign exchange students. As your name is called, please stand as well as with your host parents. Javier Mateix Diaz from Spain. Host parents Robert and Sarah Gayet. Merit Weiss, Germany. Host parents are Tracy and Joe Heinbach. And joining us for first semester only was Robin Bosey, Germany. Host parents Tim and Sue Repke. Thank you so much for them for being part of our school community this year. Now it is time to recognize our top 10 students and their parents for the class of 2024. Please stand as your name is read. Number 10, Carly Tomey, daughter of Larry and Jennifer Tomey. Number 9, Evangeline Nimchek, daughter of Keith and Jennifer Nimchek. Number 8, Alyssa Schneider, daughter of Todd and Julie Schneider. Number 7, Keegan Bone, son of Heath and Nicolette Bone. Number 6, Matt Steyer, son of Gary and Tammy Steyer. Number 5, Jack Schwartz, son of Charlie and Stephanie Schwartz. Number 4, Danica Turba, daughter of Donald and Jane Turba. Number 3, Alexander Roars, son of Randall and Jennifer Roars. Our salutatorian, Natalie Kraus, daughter of John and Brooke Kraus. And our valedictorian, Natalie Zebel, daughter of Stephen and Tina Zebel. Congratulations to our top 10 and their parents. All right, good afternoon again. Welcome to our parents, our grandparents, class of 2024, friends, family members, board members, faculty and staff, and all of our other guests. This is a tremendous turnout for a tremendous class. I was saying to Mr. Nett earlier, we probably should have charged tickets here. So I want to start by thanking a few people for their work behind the scenes for making this graduation possible. Our administrative assistants, Mrs. Lefebvre, Mrs. Jacobs, Mrs. Tomey, Mrs. Freund, for the programs and tons of setup behind the scenes. Mrs. Repke, Mr. Belisle, the stagecraft students who helped set up the stage. Mr. Schrader, Mr. Hallbach, and the custodial staff for the beautiful facilities that we have today. Ms. Alcox, Mr. Piotr, the senior class advisors, and you, our entire school community, for being here today to celebrate with us. So I have to say, as I look back on the class of 2024, I have to share the significant challenge that they posed for us these last few years. No tongue-in-cheek there, by the way. I have a few examples to share with you, and then we can focus on maybe a few positives that they brought to the community. First off, Ashlyn Ayana. Seriously, I've struggled for 4 years to tell the two of you apart. And then I talked to Mrs. Tomey in the office, and she says, Doug, Ashlyn has bangs. I said, Liz, look at me. What do I know about hair? But Thursday, they came to the office, and probably for the first time, they may recognize this. They were standing next to each other, and I could look at Ashlyn and say, hi, Ashlyn. And no, I was talking to Ashlyn. So thanks for putting me through that all 4 years. Next issue. A valedictorian, salutatorian. Natalie, help me out here. All right? IE or EE at the end of your name. I'll be honest, this morning I had to change the program because in the beginning, in the top 10, I had it spelled wrong. And then I'm recognizing, wait a minute, I'm an English teacher by trade. So I came up with a new rule. I before E, especially after Z, and Natalie Z. All right? So I've got it figured out. I actually told Mr. Thompson, who's a fellow English teacher, so we're going to start that rule. Why'd you put us through that all 4 years instead of just changing your name to match each other? Now, we're not out of the woods yet. Keaton, where are you? Keaton, I could never, ever tell time with you. No matter what time of the day you came in, which was, now I figured out, it's usually around lunch hour. You're eating Pop-Tarts one day, a bag of chips the next day, a muffin the next day. Like, I can't tell time based on that, so why don't you just be normal and eat lunch? Eat lunch. Mom, Dad, help them out. And don't even get me started on this one. I struggle with this here and there. Eva? Evie? Ava? Thanks for correcting me, Eva, by the way. Okay, that's the extent of my big challenge with this class. I know, not much to worry about, and that is true about this class. So now to think about all the great things about this class. First off, I've been in education 28 years as a teacher and administrator and 5 more years as a coach while in college. And I think I'm qualified to say over 30 graduating classes, this is probably the best I've ever been around. Best. That's been echoed, by the way, by a lot of our staff. Not that we try to do that. I don't say this lightly. As a class, you've done some incredible things and shown us so many great qualities. From Abler to Zebel, from tallest to shortest, and the other variation, you are an incredible group of young men and women. Now, best isn't based only on statistics that are nameless and faceless, but I'm just going to share a couple with you. 20 of these seniors, youth apprenticeship certifications, 1 or 2 years. Many are going into the trades directly, getting some work paid for, others continuing in 2 or 4 year college or schools. 43 of you, a couple weeks ago at the senior award ceremony, we handed out 43 varsity letters, which means well over half the class earned a varsity letter their senior year in a sport. Incredible. 20 of you achieved a GPA of 3.5 or higher every single semester in high school. Since we've been tracking that stat, the closest we had is 17. And those classes, I can tell you, were bigger, much bigger than this class. It tells you this is one smart group. 20 of you took at least one tech college or 4-year college class online. Many of you took dual credit classes through some of our teachers. 27 of you took an AP exam. Some of you took 2 and 3 and 4 in the last 2 years. Incredible. Now I got a sneak peek at Mr. Nett's, his speech a little bit later on. I checked the most recent total, but he's got a better total. I think he's going to maybe donate to it. But over $730,000 in scholarship offers to date and still counting. That's incredible. Let's give this group a round of applause. Now, this class is not nameless and faceless when it comes to statistics and saying that they're the best. So I did pay attention, I did notice. But I got to take you back and share a story. Early this year, Mr. Metko and I were chatting in the hallway, probably in the middle of September. We have daily discussions discussing our haircuts, our bad dad jokes. Mine are the best, by the way, he said. And during one of those times, we both seriously said, you know what? We're talking about how we both felt that this class was amongst the best we've ever had. Terms like humility, resilience, integrity, compassion, work ethic, dedication, and many more came up. We discussed how we needed to appreciate them at that time and through the year while they're still with us, as if we waited until they were gone, it'd be too late. So I made a conscious effort to pay more attention to the individual members. My perks most days were the interactions in the high school office. when students came in and out to sign in and out, to discuss their youth apprenticeship or their school to work, their ECCP or Start College Now classes, plan absence, pay fees, tell me about senior skip day, and the sort. So here are some of my reflections. Listen for your name. I think I got everybody that's here today in the speech. Bender, Brady, Cole, Luke, Lucas, Atlee, Austin, Hunter, Anthony, Zoe, Brandon, Trevor, Cole, Tana, Cody, Abram, Quinn, Tori, and Lucas. Either coming or going from work and just getting it done every day, whatever that meant. Strong work ethic, focused, driven are words that come to mind. For most of you, this opportunity to work half days and go to school the other half was just what you needed. For others in that group, it was a drive or making good choices. Some of you remember your sophomore year, we had a lot of dealings. But in the end, it showed us who you were. Keegan, Autumn, Addison, Tyson, Peyton, Evan, Austin, Anna, McKenna, Mercedes, Peyton, Natalia, Chris. Hi, Chris, last, by the way. Where are you, Chris? Hi, Chris. Chris says hi to me every day when he sees me. At first, I thought he was pulling Eddie Haskell, and then I realized that's just who Chris is. By the way, Vicky, hi, too, because you're always with him. Melanie, Olivia, Armando, Eden, Alyssa, Eliana, Courtney, Carly, and Carmen. You all show your talents on the stage, in forensics, on the courts, the fields of play. You're dedicated, you're passionate, and you're there for each other. You are all noticed and appreciated. Gracie, Lilia, Ashley, Preston, Elena, Ethan, Sophia, Liam, Ashley, Jake, Caden, Alex, and Danica. Head down, charging forward, resilient, and ever present. Yes, we see you doing much great work. You just do it quieter than others. Addison, the Haley twins, Coleman and Craner, Annika, Caleb. Yes, you, Caleb. You are the social butterflies of this class. You're always smiling, always cheerful, always telling us a story that makes us laugh, even on our worst days. Thanks for bringing levity, for bringing joy, and for bringing fun into our world every single day. By my count, by the way, that's almost every member of the class of 2024. But I have a few good stories, and they know it's coming. Owen and Jack and Matt, the first hour 340 crew. They come in right before second hour, and they arrive pretty much at the same time. They're most likely dressed like each other, like they call each other in the morning and say, what are you wearing today? I'm wearing this today. I'm wearing that shirt today. And they're always talking a good story, but then they basically say, they just walked in together, they arrived at the same time. They're not chatting there, but yet, if you see them in the lunchroom or in a lot of other places, they're there, they're together, and they're always leading in different ways. It is noticed and appreciated. Now, while this group of young men and women are ready for the next level, they still remind us, anecdotally here and there, that they are still in need of some of our guidance. JC was complaining one day about having to come back down and sign out when she goes to the middle school. And I just kind of talked her into the fact that, you know what? If you walk backwards up the steps, it doesn't take as much energy. Hook, line, and sinker, I think she took it, or she's just humoring this guy. And then, of course, Alexander roars. Alex, where are you, Alex? I told you it's coming. The real stress is giving seniors an AP exam and then doing it on paper where you have to fill out the little bubbles. Needless to say, Alex, I know your birth date is not May 16th, 2024, the date of the test. But we figured it out, Alex, didn't we? Thank goodness. And lastly, I need a little help from the audience on this one. He knows it's coming, I hope. The coolest line for a graduate will go to Leo Mulson. Where are you, Leo? Okay, so he's going to say, hey, if I said, you know, what did you do on your last day of graduation, last day of school before graduation? Leo's response is going to be, I went golfing. He got to go golfing. He was in the sectional tournament for golf. A great line, a great line. If that was me, by the way, do a mic drop and walk out, but I can't. So yes, I noticed. We noticed. You had our attention. And we will continue to notice, to continue to watch, and continue to appreciate you from both near and far. So I've got a few things in closing for advice or reminders. The first one is probably a reminder. Class of 2024, continue to do what you're doing. You're on the right path, and what you've learned and earned and reflected on is working. Keep doing it. Go out and tell your story. Be proud to say that you graduated from Holstein High School. Small school values with big school opportunities. That's what we have here. Share your story with pride. Talk about where you grew up, graduating from the Holstein, living in the Holstein or Charlesburg or St. Joe or St. Cloud or Marytown, Mount Calvary, St. Anne, Malone, and all the small towns that make up our district. And you can tell the people, you know what, that you come across. My small town had a church, a ball diamond, and a bar. And we probably were there all on the same day. And lastly, and this one is really important. It's really important. Hits home. Always come back to tell your story. Talk about your journey. We'd love to hear the stories. Don't be strangers. No matter where you go and what you do, once a Husky, always a Husky. If you are a New Holstein graduate, I would just ask you to please stand up if you're in the audience. If you're a New Holstein grad, please stand up. Any and all grads, please stand up. Thank you for being here. It goes to show that you don't have to move away and worry about coming back. You're always welcome back. So again, you're always welcome here. Thank you, class of 2024. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you. At this time, I would ask Martha Warhol from the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 124 to please come forward for a couple of awards.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the American Legion Post 124, it is my honor to present the American Legion School Award Certificate and Medal to a graduating senior student. This award places emphasis on the qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service. This is the highest honor awarded American youth by the American Legion. The school faculty committee has selected the recipient, and it is my pleasure at this time to award the certificate and medal to Owen Adler. The American Legion Auxiliary is an organization to the service of God and country. We believe that one of the best ways to perform this service is to take an active interest in the preparation of our youth so that they become patriotic, freedom-preserving citizens. It is in this interest that the American Legion Auxiliary, New Holstein Unit 124, would like to present the Citizenship Medal to Natalie Kraus. Natalie Kraus.
Thank you, and And thank you to Martha and our local American Legion host. At this time, I'm going to introduce our valedictorian, Natalie Zibel, followed by our salutatorian, Natalie Krause. Natalie Zibel, come on up.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and distinguished guests. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2024. It's an honor to stand before you as the valedictorian of our graduating class. Being present today is quite an achievement, and you all should be very proud of yourselves. Before we begin, I need to give a sincere thank you to a few people. My parents. You have been my unwavering pillars of strength, guiding me through life's challenges. To my siblings, for being my lifelong friends and always supporting me. To my family and friends, for always standing by me no matter what the circumstances. To the teachers and community members who have supported us through our journeys, thank you. And finally, to my rock and support through high school's ups and downs, thank you to Sue for standing behind us all and making high school one of the best experiences. Now, if you're going to take anything out of this speech, I want it to be an important quote by Phi Dang. Listen closely and let this resonate. Phi Dang states, "Life is like a book and you all are the authors." Now that high school is over and we are all reflecting on what to do with our futures, remember that you are the author of your life. Each of us is the main character of our stories. Throughout the book, we see the main character change and grow. Sometimes the main character cannot control everything that happens to them, but they do get to choose how they react to it. The character doesn't become popular by being a passive participant or through a powerless filter. Instead, they become great through intentional actions and thoughts. The main character has some other supporting characters who travel through life's challenges with the main character. Characters in books are just like the people we meet in life. Sometimes the character spends a lot of time with a certain character, and other times the characters in the first few pages aren't present on the last. Characters come and go, and the story will always go on. Just like life and the people in our lives, whether that's by choice or the circumstance of life, through friends, family, or loved ones. Through the experience of having the role as a main character, sometimes it is their role to support some of the other characters. Sometimes you play a supporting role in someone else's book. Never forget the powerful impact of your character in other people's books. When writing your book, you will notice that sometimes a story has a mixture of genres, such as drama, romance, comedy, or action. Even with the themes changing, we keep turning the pages, never knowing what will happen in life. Remember that each of your books are in progress, and you get to choose how your story is shared. You can add plot twists or can edit and change the script. Furthermore, with this analogy that life is a book and you are the author, there are some considerations that you all, the authors, need to remember. Every morning is a new opportunity. Each morning represents a new blank page in your story for you to put your pen on. Each page will be a different experience, some sad, some happy, some that will knock you down and make you want to give up. However, if you never turn the page, you won't ever get to see what your next chapter holds. Keep going and keep moving forward. Take each page one at a time. Don't look too far ahead in your story, but don't get stuck on one page, because there's always a whole story ahead of you, waiting to be read. If you have ever read a book, no matter what events are going on or what the words are saying, there is always paper. Nobody ever looks deeply into the paper, However, you are all like the paper behind the words of life. Paper is never impacted by the story that is on the book. Your paper could get put through the shredder, torn into pieces, thrown in the trash. However, it's still paper. Just like each day is a new page, don't let a couple of unsavory words or characters on your one piece of paper ruin your whole story, because you are still the paper behind your words. With the critical role of being the author to our own stories, sometimes we may encounter writer's block. You may sit there for a long time waiting for the right moment, and you can't think of what to do or write. In these times of struggle, the author doesn't sit wallowing in self-pity or procrastinate. You overcome it through writing, through taking action, just like in your life. Therefore, when you find yourself in a writer's block, move forward and take action. Now, as many of us ask how we will use y equals mx plus b the rest of our life, you may be asking, how will this silly little analogy about how life is like a book and that we are all the authors supposed to relate to anything you have or will accomplish the rest of your life? Well, take a moment to look around you. We are all living in our own authentic chapter books. Graduates, we have just completed one large chapter of our lives, and now we have the opportunity to write the next one. As you walk out these doors, I want you to pick up your pen, grab a fresh sheet of paper, and write your next stories wisely. You get to choose the characters, the setting, and the adventures. Don't ever give anyone the authority to write your story, as the pen is in your hands. In closing, I want to congratulate my fellow classmates on their graduation, and to always remember, there comes a day when you realize turning the page is the best feeling in the world, because you realize there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. So, what will your next chapter tell? Thank you.
Good afternoon, and again, welcome all of family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. Thank you all for your attendance here this afternoon. Looking out today, it is truly unbelievable how just yesterday I could see all of us sitting in the elementary school comparing whose new backpack was the coolest, whose folders had the prettiest unicorns on them, and questioning how that one annoying boy broke his arm. Now, here we all are today, making our last single-filed line together. As eager as I am to focus on our future after today, I am forced to take a step back and reflect upon how each one of us got here today. To find a way to explain this was truly terrible, but in the end I found that an analogy comparing each of us graduates to a plant is the best representation. It highlights who has been responsible for our achievements and growth, but also where we as individuals will embark on this next journey in life. Every little seed on the planet, so small, insignificant, and minuscule, isn't looked twice at, but left only wondering what it could be. You build that seed a little hole to grow, cover it with dirt, and nature handles the rest. We were once that little seed, sitting at the end of the driveway, looking at the big yellow bus in front of us, scared as all can be. That is, until you get to school, and now we'll never forget playing kitchen with Cody Schmitz wearing a blue dress and heels 2 sizes too big. Even so, each of us probably knew the colors of the rainbow and how to count to 10 at this point, waiting to be nurtured with knowledge and growth. This was the little seed's beginning, and this was also ours. Next came the sun shining bright and the rain pouring. The seed begins to poke out of its little hole as a green stem. The little stem then grows taller and taller as the sun flourishes and water nourishes. This seed breaking out of its hole is like us, gaining our knowledge and wisdom throughout elementary, middle, and high school. The sun can be thought of as the many, many teachers, coaches, and mentors we had throughout the years. They taught us to multiply, divide, practice for the big game, how the Civil War happened, where the planets in our solar system are, how a cell divides, and what happens when Bunsen burners don't work. The rain can be referred to as our parents, guardians, relatives, and more. They were the ones who gave us the unconditional love, support, motivation, and warmth through success and failure. They sat with us at night helping with essays, college applications, scholarships, social studies projects, and math problems that weren't taught the same way they used to be when they were in school. These people surrounded our lives and are the reason we are here today. They are the rain and sun that allowed that little seed to grow and flourish out of its hole. Now what? Now the plant can be anything it wants in its future. Now we can chase our dreams and be anything we want in our future. Some of us will stand tall like the mighty oak tree. Some of us will be as beautiful as a rose with prickly thorns throughout. Some will be the mysterious Venus flytrap filled with tricks, and others beautiful flowers that provide and attract aid to the bees, insects, and purple butterflies throughout society. Whatever our future brings us, we leave here today with the choice. The choice on how we craft our future and what we will become. From the little seed in the ground to the big tree in the forest. From the little kid in kindergarten to the graduating senior today. Our teachers, parents, coaches, and staff gave us the great potential, and now we have a whole life ahead of us, leaving us questioning and with open opportunity. What will we be after we walk across this stage? What will be our future? Therefore, to my fellow graduates, it has been a pleasure to learn, grow, and create everlasting memories with each and every one of you. We have spent about 16% of our lives together, studying and growing each and every day. Now, I wish the best of luck to all your future endeavors and how you will all spend the rest of your life succeeding after our schooling together. A final congratulations to the class of 2024, a class I couldn't be more proud to be a part of. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of our school board and staff of the School District of New Holstein, I would like to present to you the class of 2024. I'm very proud of this senior class. I think you can see the maturation that's been demonstrated over the years. I have no issue voting for Natalie and Natalie for president and vice president. We get some good leadership in this country, that'd be great. I am so proud of all of you, the way you handled your business throughout the years. Mr. Oleg talked about some of those pieces earlier: mature, honest, transparent, and driven. Natalie, I could tell you my Bunsen burners worked properly in my science class in high school. I did not use them properly, and my science teacher used to tell me, who's Mr. Tim, he was an amazing human being. He said, "Danny Nett, I am going to put a cattle prod on you, and I am going to push the button." And here I am still today, still upright and talking with all of you, so that's a great sign. This senior group was never bashful to respectfully share their feelings in the hallway. I have a fair amount of confidence that a few of them are going to be a superintendent, provided their ability to forecast and observe weather patterns and its impact on school closings. They're also very strong negotiators. Every time I walked by the Egg Science room, there were gift cards on the table, there was money on the table, moms, dads, grandmas, and grandpas. Be careful what you give these guys, because they're trying to use it to get out of school. I never took those bribes because I never had the heart to do it, because I didn't want them here in mid-June. Then they would have been really crabby, as would have our staff been. But going on, this group of parents, this group of students was positive, collaborative, and it just shows in all of their academic and future career successes. There were moments this year when our district experienced extreme challenges, and you guys know about that. These seniors carried themselves with dignity, humility, and poise. In our hallways and our classrooms, I was very proud of the way that they helped model appropriate behavior in the face of adversity. They set a strong example, a very strong example of maturation and solidarity. Especially for our younger students, and rallying around friends in need, just the way you took care of your business in the hallways, I was very proud of you. Thank you. Recently, at a school board meeting, it was the most positive school board meeting I've ever been a part of. I've been a school superintendent here. This is my 9th year. Before that, I was a superintendent for 6 in a district up north, so 15 years total. And we had a youth apprenticeship recognition event, and that was the most positive, well-attended event at a school board meeting. And I can't thank you as parents and families enough for your support of your children and your collaborative effort with us. Thank you so much. We also had local businesses on hand, and we've had long-standing, unwavering business partnerships with businesses in the region, and it's been a great thing for our kids, for our community, job training, scholarship opportunities, and we are going to continue, and Mr. Oleg does a wonderful job of grooming those partnerships and maintaining that for our future students as well. As Mr. Oleg alluded to, for those that aren't going on to work or military, we've had a high level of scholarship opportunities for our students. We really revamped things some years ago with some investments, and we really did a great job, and thank you for that. And we partner with the Community Foundation of the Fox Valley region, and we've invested well over $1 million with them. If you have any interest whatsoever in partnering with us, please let us know, and we can help facilitate that process. Seniors, we have reached the most important moment of today's ceremony and why we are here today, the presentation of your diplomas. We have learned a lot together these last few years, and I'm confident that you are all going to do well. As your district administrator, I congratulate you on your achievements and this rite of passage today. Celebrate this moment, cherish your loved ones, and please continue to maximize your potential. Honesty and work ethic will always carry you all a very long ways. We love you, seniors. Thank you for a wonderful school year. And with that, I welcome school board member Ms. Julie Schneider to accept the class of 2024. Thank you.
So Mr. Oleg did tell me to keep it under 30 minutes, so I have prepared something so that it'll be about 29. I am Julie Schneider. I am a parent of a 2024 graduate. Like all parents, I have had many hats over the years. Most of these students know me as Alyssa's mom, but they also know me as the carpool queen. I am the fabulous chaperone. I am the awesome classroom helper. I have been the ultimate Uber driver. I'm also known as the stretching stickler, the concession stand rock star, and I would say probably the coolest, funnest coach ever. Did I mention that I now I am a highly recommended chauffeur? I think my GPS knows where I'm going before I even get into the car. It knows which school I'm going to and which child I am going to pick up because I've made that trip more times than I can count. I've also been a wet, cold, shivering, frozen bleacher bum for many years, and the 11 o'clock p.m. cookie baker because really the bake sale is tomorrow. I also could be the 7 a.m. grocery getter because I hope donuts work this time. But last but not least, I was almost this close to being the Washington, D.C. chaperone, because this class did not get to go to Washington, D.C. Most parents, like myself, have been grateful, thankful to have that opportunity to be all that to our students, and by far, hands down, we would do it all over again. And we're very fortunate to be able to wear all those hats. So on behalf of the Holstein Board of Education, I am extremely pleased and honored to accept the class of 2024.
Seniors, please come forward and line up as an entire row. Walk up the steps, stop by the center, face Dr. Jacobson for your picture with the diploma out front, and then proceed down the steps, moving your tassel from right to left, and then return to your chair and wait till the last person in your row is receiving their diploma. And with that, Mr. Zelli.
Owen Abler. Alexander Bender. Keegan Bone. Autumn Bourne. Addison Casper. Addison Clark. Brady Freund. Cole Freifogel. Tyson George. Luke Graff. Peyton Grenzer. Evan Greshel. Gracie Gulig. Austin Gustin. Lucas Hallbach. Anna Heisey.
Come on, Anna Banana. Good, Joe.
Lilia Hoyce. McKenna Yeager. Atlee Genty. Ashley Kessler. Vicky Kessler. Preston Knoble. Haley Coleman.
Congratulations, Haley.
Mercedes Coleman.
Congratulations, Mercedes.
Natalie Kraus. Peyton Krebsbach. Austin Kramer. Haley Craner. Natalia Langenfeld. Christopher Blast. Elena Lightnum. Hunter Lewis. Ethan Lutke. Anthony Malak. Leo Mulson. Javier Mateix Diaz. Melanie Maxwell. Sophia McCoy. Zoe Meyer. Evangeline Nimchek. Brandon Nowaki. Liam O'Connor. Olivia Etchen. Trevor Olson. Ashley Paredes. Armando Paz. Eden Pedan. Alexander Roars. Jake Ruiz. Annika Rush. Eva Salkert. Cole Schaefer. Tana Shizzle. Cody Schmitz. Alyssa Schneider. Caleb Schneider. Eliana Schrader. Jack Schwartz. JC Sessing. Abram Smith. Tori Squires. Caden Steffen. Courtney Steffes. Matthew Steyer. Alexander Steinberg. Quinn Strobel. Carly Tomey. Danica Turba. Keaton Wagner. Carmen Weimer. Merritt Weiss. Lucas Clifford Wills. Ashlyn Wanrow. Ayana Wanrow. Natalie Zebo.
Ladies and gentlemen, your class of 2024 graduates. Just a couple of announcements before we dismiss. Seniors, when dismissed, you'll process out the gym following Ms. Alcox and the faculty and staff, all the way out to the front courtyard area. A tradition we started after the pandemic in 2020. We want you to wait out there for 5, 6, 7 minutes, form a circle, and then let families get out there to do a traditional cap toss. Families, once we are out there, you're free to use the entire campus to take pictures and enjoy the day. I can't say enough about the turnout for this fine group of young men and women here that we are celebrating. So, thank you again for all making this very special. Seniors, you are dismissed. Ms. Lau? Oh, students, wait for faculty and staff. Or not. All right, go.